Hi there, my name is Culotta and this is my classroom website. So during this screencast-o-matic, I'm going to show you a little bit about it and how to navigate through some of the different tabs and what they're about, okay? So getting started with this first page, you can see the title of my website is Miss Culotta's Classroom. And as we scroll down, this is a picture that I myself took when I was in Italy studying education over there for a little bit. I just have a welcome note, just welcome to the website. I wanted to tell you about the developmentally appropriate teaching practices that you might find and some resources that might help you too, whether you're an early childhood educator or a parent at home. Okay, at the bottom of every page, you will see that I have a link to my technology blog down on the left-hand side. In the middle, I have my contact. So if you ever wanted to reach out, you can just click that contact button. And the bottom right corner says the date of the last revision for the website. So you can see just how up to date my information is and things like that. All right, so scrolling back up, here at the top we have at least five different tabs, some with drop downs. So we're going to go ahead and look through those. So we've gone over the home page. Now going on to biography. Biography, you're just going to meet me as your teacher who created the website and find out a little bit more about me, such as, I'm from New Orleans. I have a bachelor's degree in early childhood education, but I'm also pursuing my master's at the moment. And so just a little bit about my background in school and places that I've taught. A student taught at 4 different locations, but I presently teach 3-year-olds. And that is my first year as a teacher. So moving back up, we have our resources page. When you click on the word resources itself, it'll bring you to some of the similar Web 2.0 tools, but these are my choice essentially. So some websites that I find are most helpful for our students at an early level. They are all technology based. However, as we know from being early childhood educators, that screen time is not always appropriate. So when it is appropriate, we can use some of these exciting websites and applications and things, but otherwise we need to limit screen time. And then clicking under the Web 2.0 tools, we also have similar resources. This is just a little bit longer of a list, something that my colleagues and I have put together for you. And so it includes all of the ones that are in my favorite choices, but it goes even further to talk about, some teacher resources even, like the National Science and Teaching Association, for example, and all of these do have active links to them, okay, so that it's easy for you to find them. Moving into our favorites, in this tab you will also find even more resources, technology-based resources for children, for young children to learn and to continue, working through their learning process in different ways. When you click the More tab, you'll see under it, it says Technology Projects. Clicking on Technology Projects itself will bring you to both a digital scavenger hunt on the left here, and then a transportation video, or I should say slideshow presentation on the right. So both of these were made using Google Slides, and when you click through them, you'll see that the digital scavenger hunt was about library books and children's books that we could find in the library that would be useful for your classroom. Or in transportation, this was made because my students were very interested in transportation at the time, and we were studying a lot about it. So I gave them, what goes in the air, and I put different planes and things like that, what goes in the water, boats go in the water, and then in the land, different trucks and things like that. The children really seem to enjoy it. So moving back to the More tab, under Technology Projects, we have our digital story. This digital story is about 4.5 to 5 minutes long, and it's called Travel Through Time in Louisiana. So this story goes through different historical events throughout Louisiana, throughout like the whole state, including dates and cities and the time periods. So starting all the way back to the first settlement when Louisiana was the Louisiana Purchase, and it was 828,000 square miles, all the way to present day Louisiana and New Orleans being known for Mardi Gras and things like that. So it's a great resource, and it's created and narrated by me. In Technology Projects, we also have a mobile app. So the mobile app that I researched was called Seesaw. Seesaw is an educational application for teachers and students and families to use. It is all right here in this presentation that I also created with Google Slide. And as you click through, I'll have to make sure that we can click through that. As you click through, you just find out a little bit more about Seesaw as an application and its uses in the classroom. More technology projects, we have PLN and PLE. So our personal learning network and our personal learning environments, okay? We have the definitions of them posted right here on the website, and right above them are my personal learning environment and personal learning network. And so that's just a little bit of insight on me as a teacher and what those mean for me. Down below those definitions, we have just general personal learning environment and personal learning network examples from Google. So just so that you can see a little bit of diversity. At the very bottom of this page, we have the different definitions for blogs, curation, and microblogs. Within that, we also have examples of each, and I've written a reflection for each as well so that you can really see that I've reflected on each of those things and what they mean for education purposes. Lastly, under the technology projects, I have a website evaluation. This is something that is a form that we used in order to look at a website and decide, is this website really good for educational use? Does it work on different, mediums such as like Google Chrome or Safari? And, is the author biased? Are they not? Can you find the publisher? Can you not? Things like that. And so this questionnaire, as you scroll through, you'll find is very thorough, and it'll actually make you evaluate the websites you're using in your classroom, right? And so it's supposed to help so that we make sure that we're giving our students most accurate and reliable resources possible. Moving on to the Evaluations tab, we have the Apple Teacher Certification. Okay, so back in 2017, I became Apple Teacher Certified, and so this is just the report saying that I've earned all my badges. I took all of the quizzes and tests to make sure that I know as much as I possibly can about Apple products, and in this way I can channel that and use that in my classroom as a teacher. Also, under the Evaluations tab, we have the ScreenCast thematic page. That is where this screencast would be nested, and so later on, if you want to rewatch it, or if you want to see kind of about what the website is, you can go ahead and do that. Alright, so thank you so much for joining me today. We're just going to click here on Ms. Culotta's classroom in the top left corner to get back to our home page. Alright, thank you so much.